Anuvaka, number 11, mantra number 5. Ye vriksheshu, those Rudras, the infinite, Sahasrani, Sahasrachaha. Sahasrani means infinite, and then coming and either protecting us or hurting us in thousands of ways. So Sahasrachaha means thousands of ways, Sahasrani means thousands of them. That is infinite number of Rudras in infinite ways can come and give us difficulty, can also take away our difficulty. And they can be in the trees. So you will be going somewhere, a limb of the tree falls on our head. Or it falls just after we have crossed. So they can be either good or bad. Then evriksheshu. Saspinjaraha. Saspinjara means it is the just sprouted tender grass which has got like a light green color, and it could be that. Or vilohita, grass which has turned red. See, sometimes many of you who might have gone to the rural areas, you might have noticed that after they have done the harvesting, usually some remnants are left. So if you somehow go into that field in your barefoot, it's going to be very, very hurtful. And I have experience of that. I don't know how many of you have. Yes, I have experienced, yes. So some of us who must have gone to the villages and in farms, you would have seen it, unless you have to be very careful about it. It can
even dry
really...
grass can be like that. Even dry grass can
Dry
be
grass, yes, absolutely. And then, of course, again, they skip to Nilagrivaha, that is those who have got blue throat. So all these words you have already come across earlier. Mantra number 6 is Bhutanam, Bhutanam Adhipatayah. See, this Bhutanam can be interpreted in multiple ways. Bhuta means the beings. Bhuta can mean elements, the Panchabhutas. Bhuta can mean the Bhuta Ganas, that is the assembly of all the Bhutas. That means the various spirits that inhabit. It could be the spirit which is possessed or which possesses. All of this comes from one single Sanskrit root called Bhu. The Panini Sutra is Bhu Sattayam Vachi. That means Bhu, whenever you use the word Bhu, it means existence. So anything that exists is Bhu. The earth is existing all the time, therefore Bhu. Then they are distinct from the earth, the atmosphere exists, so Bhuvaha. And then who knows about Suvaha? So, but wherever you see the sound Bhu, it means refers to existence. Then those leaders of the various bhutas, Vishikhasaha, Shikha means hair, tuft. Vishikha means Vigata Shikaha, that means bald, completely bald. Vishikhaha. So it can come in the form of Vishikhasaha, Kapardinaha. Kaparda means the very rough and then matted hair. You would have seen, some of especially you will see some of the singers, rock and other singers, they go and do something to their hair. It will be like spring all rolled up. So even a tornado cannot change their hairstyle. So they are the Kapardinaha. Kaparda means matted hair. The mantra number 7 is Ye Anneshu Vividhyanti Patreshu. Ye Anneshu. Those terrible things that could be there in the food we eat. Very familiar. So that is why we always say that we have to eat a very fresh food as far as possible. But now we have got good refrigeration, that's okay. But otherwise in the times of the Vedic times, they never ate. In fact, even for example, my own father or grandfather would never eat whatever is cooked in the morning or whatever was cooked in the previous day. Even now some people do that. They have got a vrata They take a vow that they will not eat unless the food is freshly cooked. So it depends on, the convenience, and if you yourself cook, you are welcome. If your wife wants to cook, ask her before you take the vrata. Ye anneshu vividhyanti. The etymology of the word vividhyanti is vividha vyadhinaha utpadayanti. That means which will give rise to multiplicity of sickness. So if you want to read more, you can have a cross-reference in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verse number 7, 8, 9, 10. Talks about Sattvika, Rajasa and Tamasa foods. So you can use that as a commentary on this. Patreshu. Your food may be very fresh and good, but the vessel in which you actually serve yourself and eat, that may not be cleansed properly. So in this whole Anvaka, they are talking about hygiene, they are talking about care, Shraddha in cooking, Shraddha in the vessels, Shraddha in the way in which you eat. That's why there are certain rules are given, which we normally don't observe, but probably not necessary to observe also. One is called Maunena Bhoktavyam. So whenever we eat, we have to eat in total silence. We are not supposed to be chatting away when we are eating. The reason is also obvious, it may get stuck in your throat and whatnot and all that. So, but don't be too serious about these things. Only thing is, as long as you are careful, it is okay. Because sometimes dinner table is the best place for a conversation. Dinner table may be the best place for exchange of ideas. And then over dinner, over lunch, we do a lot of business, a lot of discussions, and a lot of learning happens. But only thing is take care. That's it. And then, ye patham pathi rakshaya. Ye patham, in various ways that we travel, there are various Rudraganas who come and protect us. See, somebody will cut us in front. Then all you have to be is another 10 feet either forward or backward, isn't it? But who is protecting that? Somewhere some unknown hand is protecting you. That is the Rudraganas who is protecting you. Ye, those Rudraganas, patham, in our way, in our path, Pathirakshayaha, they come there and then they actually protect you. Philosophically speaking, it is also Vaidika, Laukika ways. Vaidika ways is what? When you are praying, for example, when you are sitting in meditation, many disturbances may come, your aches here, pain there, lack of concentration in the path of our practice. Then cannot sit crisscross. That's okay. Sukham Stiram Asana, many times I have actually clarified that. You don't have to sit. Yeah. Sukham Stiram Asana, as Patanjali Maharshi says, that is important. You have to sit in comfortable, stable posture. So the Laukika Marga is in our transactions, everyday business transactions, everyday professional transactions, everyday transactions we do every moment. In all of them, a word not said properly, a word said in the wrong time, a word unsaid, all of that could cause hardship. So sometimes things are glossed over, people ignore, even if we say something wrong, and sometimes people brood and then come back to us. Come back at us, not to us. Come back at us. So in those circumstances also, Rudraganas can either be present in harming us or in protecting us. Parirakshati. And then, this is an interesting word. It's a Vedic word. Aila Bruda. Ye patham patirakshaya aila brudaya vyudhaha. Aila Bruda and yavyudha are Vedic word. You don't find much in classical Sanskrit. Aila Bruda comes from the root ira or ila. So you might have heard of some people also give their names Ila, Ila Devi, and then Ila also means earth, and Ila in this context means Agni. Ila al Ira means Agni. So, I'm sorry, not Agni, it is Anna, it is food. Ila means Anna, because from the earth you get food. The all kinds of edible things are called Ailam. And that which supports all kinds of foods is, of the Ailam, is Aila Bruda. So, what is Aila Bruda? Whatever supports the edibility of the edibles. So, how do we understand this? Freshly made food, edible. So, there is the Rudragana which protects its edibility. Then something goes bad. It is the same, another set of Rudraganas who will come and take away the edibility of the food. So, therefore, it is Aila Brudaha. Yavyudhaha is also, it's called as Chandasa Prayoga, technically. Chandasa Prayoga means the usage of a Sanskrit term according to Chandas. There Chandas means Veda. So whenever you come across the term Chandasa Prayoga, you have to understand it is used only in the Vedic Sanskrit and not in classical Sanskrit. Yavyudhaha is Ya or Yav means contamination. So Yavyudhaha means those which are contaminated by sins. So one is the Aila Bruda is regarding food. But here a person is, let us say, you are sitting in japa and you are meditating, you are contemplating, you are praying. Suddenly from nowhere a feeling will come and you become angry at somebody. That person may also not be there. Isn't it? So what happened to your meditation, your dhyana? Immediately that dhyana is tainted by sin. So those Rudraganas which come and create such sins, when you are praying and worshipping, are called Yavyudhas. So Aila Brudha, Yavyudhaha, then we, in this prayer, we say, you protect us from such sins which we may commit either jnanatova, ajnanatova, either knowingly or unknowingly. So there is always a prayaschitta karma. Prayaschitta karma means something you do or say and then you genuinely regret for having done that. And that will take away the sin. That will take away the negativity. And mantra number 9 is Ye Tirthani Pracharanti. Those Rudras who go about in pilgrim centers. They are supposed to go in very subtle form with Surkavantaha, with daggers. And then Nishanginaha. Nishanga means sword. So they will have sharp daggers or swords which you cannot see, visualize, but they will be there protecting those Tirtha Kshetras, protecting those pilgrim places. So until fairly recently, whatever was thrown into the Ganges River was not getting polluted. Until we really determinedly we polluted it, until such time it was self-cleaning. Who cleansed it? It was the Rudraganas who had for small things they used the dagger, for big things they used the sword. Nishanginaha. And here, for these up to this mantra, the Rishi is Devala Rishi, Anushtup Chandas. Rudra himself is the Devata. Then the very last mantra, and up to here, of course, you have to include Tesagam Sasrayodine Vadhanvani Tanmasi. The last of the actually we have some more. Mantra number 10. Etavantah sahasrani sahasrashah bhuyamsah. All this, etc. Etavantah means etc. Because when we say that the number of Rudras is infinite, and they come in infinite way, you cannot stop here and say, okay, we have exhausted the list. See how carefully the Rishi composer says. He says, thus and the rest. Till infinity. Ya etavantah sahasrani sahasrashah bhuyamsah. Those who exist in multiple ways and hurt or save us in multiple ways. Disho vitasthire. Where are they? There are, dishaha means directions. Vitasthire means residing, staying, being. So those who are in different directions, all of them, tesham sahasrayotane ava dhanvani tanmasi. That we already saw, that you disarm them against us. The last mantra, Namo, you have to divide it into three parts. Namo Rudrebhyo ye prithivyam. Yeshamannam vato varshamishavastebbhyo dasha prachir, dasha dakshina, dasha pradechi, dashodechir, dashodvastebhyo namasteno mradayantateyan vishmo vish. Up to that. So the first one is Namo Rudrebhyo ye prithivyam. Those of the Rudras who are in the earthly plane. And then you complete the rest of the mantra. Then you take the second part. Namo Rudrebhyo ye antarikshe. Those Rudras who are in the environment, in the space. Teshamannam vato varshamishavastebhyo dasha prachir, dasha dakshina, dasha pradechir, dashodechir, dashodva, tebhyo namasteno mradayantu, teyan vishmo yaschano dveshtitam vo jambhe dadhami. When you are studying the Samhita Patha means just reciting it, then you combine everything. When you are doing the Mahanyasa, as part of the ritual, you have got to break it into three parts. Namo Rudrebhyo ye prithivyam, those who are on the earthly plane. One set. Second, Namo Rudrebhyo ye antarikshe, those who are in the atmosphere. Then the third one is Namo Rudrebhyo ye divi, those Rudras who are in the heavens. Picking up each one of them, you add this refrain. And what is the meaning of this refrain? Yesham annam ishavaha. For whom what we eat and what we consume becomes their arrow. Whether they are on the earthly plane, or in the atmosphere, or in the beyond, what we eat and what we consume, what you see also is anna only. What you hear is anna. It's not just eating food or tasting it. Seeing, hearing, touching, all of them is what you experience. Anything that you experience is anna. And through this anna, that becomes a weapon for them to come and hurt us. So, therefore, from where they come? Dasha prachi. From all the 10 directions they come. And therefore, I join my 10 fingers in the Anjali Mudra. See, 5 fingers of the left hand, 5 fingers of the right hand. We map the thumb to thumb, the forefinger to forefinger, etc. and holding it upwards like this. So when you chant this mantra, you have to actually be folding up your hands in the Anjali Mudra, in the Namaskara Mudra. And then actually we could even stand up and face all the 10 directions. Dasha Prachi, with these 10 fingers pointed in the Namaskara Mudra or Anjali Mudra, I now bow down to all those Rudras who are in the east. Prachi means east. Dasha Prachi. Dasha Dakshina in the south. I am also showing the correct direction because I am facing east. Dasha Dakshina. Dasha Pradichi, the west. Dashodichi, north. Dasha urdhva. You also lift your hands upwards to the heaven. Dasha urdhva. And all that. So, wherever those Rudras are there, it can only be coming from one of the 10 directions or a combination of more than 10 directions. So, you can do your math. A combination, permutation, combination from all the, and that is an infinite Sahasrani coming in infinite ways, Sahasrachaha. Tesham, now having disarmed all of them, because Sahasra Yojane Avadanvasi, we have actually taken away their weapons and thrown that in an infinite distance away, so they have to bless us. Te naha mridayantu, let all of them give us joy. So the scripture ends with a prayer for joy and happiness. There is a very beautiful temple in Madhya Pradesh, in a place called Nachana, which is about 40 miles away from Khajuraho, 45 miles away from Khajuraho. There is a beautiful linga which has got 4 faces. In one of the faces is a wide open mouth. I shared that picture with Rekha. I will share with all of you. I will send a picture of that. So, Teno mridayantu te ayam dvishmaha, that is those Rudra Ganas which actually hate us, and those Rudra Ganas which we dislike, all of them I will bunch together. Jambhe dadhami, I will throw it into your open mouth. Jambha or Jambhe means a wide open mouth. So, Teno mridayantu teyan vishmo yaschano dveshti tamvo Jambhe dadhami means you take all those unwanted elements and throw it into the mouth of. That is why Shiva is also called Agnyatmaka Rudra. Because anything you put in the fire, it will lose its name, form, everything, and reduces into Vibhuti. That's it. So many other places also you will see the ending of the scripture like this. Can you think of those who know Vishnu Sahasranama? What is the last name? Sarva Praharana Yudha Om Nama Iti. Sarva Praharana Ayudha. That means he has got a weapon with which he will destroy everything evil. Damshtra Karalani. Where is that? Bhagavad Gita. Damshtra Karalani. So you can see in all the scriptures we talk about bunching together everything that is harmful and throwing it to the mouth of God. So what is the sentiment there? The sentiment is Ishvara, because of his immense compassion, will take away all our sorrows and difficulties. And then he will bless us and gives mridayantu naha, he gives us happiness. That is why we have got to chant the Rudradhyaya, if possible every day, or at least as often as possible. Priyanath, our Sahapati from Chicago, he sent an email to me with a very, very good question. An excellent question, wherein he said, how do you determine the Rishi Devata Chandas? Do you see the name of the Rishi as the Ankita Nama? Ankita Nama is a technique that is used in various compositions. For example, you will see in Tyagaraja compositions, Ankita Nama is Tyagaraja. You will see in Purandaradasa compositions, you will see in Muthuswami Dikshitar composition. Similarly, in the Veda also, is there an Ankita Nama. In some of the mantras it is there. Iti Trishankor Vedanu Vachanam Iti Nako Maudgalya. That means this is by Nako Maudgalya. This is by Trishanku. And then Rishi Devata Chandas, how do you determine? It is a fairly interesting topic which I will take up in the next week. as part of our Guru Purnima, a Guru Purnima message saying that how the Rishi Devata Chandas of the various mantras are determined and what is the authority for us. So we'll keep that in abeyance, and Prinath, please wait for us. So next week we will take up that question.